Hi guys, this is Pestily and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. Today I'm talking about latest changes, Escape from Tarkov. 2 videos in 2 days. It's an exceptional thing. So without further ado, let's crack straight into it. Alright, so overall, I posted that video yesterday talking about how Tarkov isn't fun, largely because of just, it just doesn't feel like there's any reward. You get punished, and you don't feel like you're getting any sort of reward, largely to do with stuff like there's no loot in raids, and then it's just they've made everything harder but with no actual like benefit from that. Today, a lot of things changed. It was a few hours after my video was posted. I don't know if it was that specifically. I did talk to Nikita about a day ago as well, talking about particularly the marked rooms and locked rooms, and it feels like they've listened. So obviously they had a plan all along, and they've got a plan all along. And level 4 traders were going to come out today or yesterday. Anyway, so all level 4 traders are available, including Ref, which is one of the big ones where you can get a lot of the really hard to get items. Level 4 Ref is got some pretty cool attachments and stuff if you're stuck on gunsmiths and stuff like that. Big one is actually the reduced trader restock time, affecting after the current restock. So usually what happens is like the trader restocks every like 3 hours, but they set some of them to like 7 hours. And I think Peacekeeper is still set to like 5 or 6 hours. But it seems like most of them are back down to 3 hour mark, unless it was just when I was playing. So it had a bit of an effect there. Then the other one, which was part of the big squeeze that was like causing it really painful to like level up traders, was selling items was like really like thrown into the ground, and the purchasing items was really expensive. They've actually reduced that gap. So now items are cheaper to buy. So I think last wipe, I think labs access cards were about 155k. Before this change, lab access cards were 260k. Now they're down to about 220k. So they're about 1.5x where they were last wipe. So it's slowly reducing more and more. The junk box, which was, you know, where you hold all your barter items, they were previously about 1.8 million before this change. Now they're down to about 1.4. So about 400,000 say per junk box. It's a big drop in price. Now, the big one, though, is loot. Loot across all maps feel somewhat better. I don't know if they changed it massively, but like, for example, I played for 4 hours today, found 2 motors, no problem. Now, that could just be luck, but particularly when I went to marked rooms, I went into different marked rooms. I found a LEDX, multiple labs access, multiple labs key cards, the colored ones. I found a green, a black, and something else like a yellow or a violet, and just tons of guns on the ground. Multiple docs cases. Marked rooms are back to being good, like really good. So marked rooms are back on the menu. Loot seems back on the menu. Found a Vertex on reserve. Haven't found a Vertex all white. Found one on reserve. I played for 4 hours today. The amount of loot that I found in 4 hours was arguably on par to like probably 12 to 20 hours, maybe even more of yesterday. So it does feel like loot's back as a priority of finding it in raid. This is probably the one thing. I think if people said, what do you think a hardcore wipe would be? It would be the emphasis on finding loot in the raid. Right now, you can find loot in the raid. And this is probably what, if this was like this at the start of the wipe, I think people would be a lot happier. So not saying it was my video specifically that made the change, but I did definitely message Nikita about the mushrooms and Labyrinth in particular, with those Labyrinth figurines. I'm glad that there has been some changes and it felt better today. So it's still not the most fun wipe and particular experience, but it is nice to see that you can find LEDXs in marked rooms again. You can find items in marked rooms, and hopefully moving forward, it does feel a lot better. I will keep thinking about the idea of what I'm going to do on the Pestily TV channel. I do like the idea of actually doing a duo series. I've been putting more thought into it today, so I'll let you guys know on that. And that's all I've got. Keep this one nice and short. Like and comment for the YouTube algorithm. And lastly, guys, I'll see you next time.